Top of the morning to you. This is a Infocus LCD projector. Most of these projectors use high-powered bulbs to provide light behind the actual LCD element. This one is a 1N5104. It's an oldie but a goodie. Actually, this isn't that terribly old. It's probably about a couple, 3 years old. The average bulb life on these is a few thousand hours. These things have a ton of inputs, and from time to time the bulbs wear out. This one actually has a timer in it that tells you, you better replace the bulb. This one came out of a friend's media theater, whatever you want to call it. He's had it for a couple years, and it's time to replace the bulb. He doesn't want anything to do with replacing the bulb. It's a no-brainer. Actually, if you read the instructions carefully, you probably don't need me in this video. But if you want somebody to kind of hold your hand, that's okay. On this particular unit, there's a little door on the side, and only one screw holds it in. The screw is actually captured in there, so when you start unscrewing it, the door actually starts to pop open. You just lift that baby out. Mental note. If you're one of those people that pushes the envelope and you use the projector up till the bulb failed, this baby is going to be super hot. Most of the manufacturers tell you to wait a half hour, 45 minutes for the bulbs to cool off. That's probably pretty good sound advice. I usually wait an hour, and if you're in the middle of some presentation, there's an hour gone by that people aren't too happy. You can replace the bulbs, but you're going to need some heavy-duty gloves or an oven mitt or something. Them babies run really hot. On this particular unit, there's only 3 screws on the top, and you can't miss them. They're bright silver, and there are usually little arrows that point to them. Just go ahead and loosen them up. They are also captured. If you're going to have one of these projectors, especially if you're in a business or some kind of a facility like a school or some area where you share this type of equipment, you probably ought to have a spare bulb on hand. Yes, I know they're kind of expensive, but sooner or later they're going to burn out. And it's always going to happen when it's really inconvenient. There are 2 little handles on this particular unit. This one's been sitting an hour and it's still warm. Go ahead and you just rock this thing back and forth. The connector on this particular unit is on the back. So you just pull it straight up, and there's the bulb assembly. You can see it's kind of a high-powered bulb. There's really nothing to there other than that it's got that cradle and that actual bulb assembly. Here's the connector that hooks the bulb up. Here's where the connections go into the bulb. There's the lens and the actual bulb itself. If you're replacing the whole assembly, go ahead and look for some dirt. There'll be probably some dirt on there. Go ahead and carefully wipe that off. Try not to touch the bulb's face. Most of these have a fan right up against the bulb. Like this one here, the fan is right there. Now is a really good time to check it, and also look around in there for any dirt. There's a little dirt in there, but nothing major. You can take a soft cloth and just carefully wipe that down. Be careful what you touch in here too. All this stuff could be hot. Go ahead and unwrap your new bulb, and just go ahead and you just set it back down in there and push it down firmly. You'll feel it click into place. Go ahead and tighten the screws. These are Phillips screws, probably number 1 Phillips. Like I said, if you read the instructions, most of these are all the same. They're usually pretty self-explanatory. I'll go ahead and stick the little door back on. It won't close all the way because you need to tighten this screw. There's one other little trinket you're going to need to do. And I'm going to go ahead and shut you off here for a second while I get set up to do that. Okie dokie. We're back. Since I don't have a huge giant screen to project this on, I'm just going to go ahead and use the face of the refrigerator here. On this unit, it has a separate power button. So you need to fire this power button up here and then wait for this to come on. When you see that light light up, then you're ready to go. Most of these projectors have kind of a little startup procedure, so if you don't see it fire up instantly, don't panic. Yeah, we'll just focus. Okie dokie. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this very well. A lot of these projectors have a menu, so go ahead and get to the menu. Yeah, I was afraid of that. Well, you can kind of see it. Maybe if we make it a little bigger. Yeah. On this machine, you can go into the settings, hit the select button. Where is it? I think it's under service. Select button. And right there. Lamp reset or hours. Yeah. What I just said, only not that order. Reset lamp hours. And you go ahead and just press the reset button. There you go. You're ready to go. One of the ways you can really extend the life of the bulbs in these projectors is if you treat them right. Don't just unplug them, especially if you're kind of at a presentation. Plan on at least a few minutes for them to power down. On this particular unit, they want you to punch the button, and then a little warning comes up on the screen to punch it again. And usually you got to do it in a quick succession. If you don't do it quick enough, it kind of ignores you and you got to start over again. You get the little flashy power light, and the fan is cooling the bulb down. Basically what happens is there's a little temperature sensor in there, and the fan cools the temperature sensor until it drops below a certain temperature. Then the unit will go ahead and power itself down. On this unit, they highly recommend that you use the off switch after that. So power down, wait for the flashing to stop, and power the unit off. These are in a fixed location, like hung from a ceiling or something like that. It's not such a big deal. But like I said, if you're using this in a presentation and dragging it around, and there's a tendency for you to run away, try and run away. Everybody wants to go home quickly, but you can save yourself a lot of money by letting the thing power down and cool down normally. I've worked on a lot of these over the years. They've gotten smarter and they've gotten a little better, but that rule still pretty much applies. I can always tell which one of my patrons don't obey the rules. They have shortened bulb life, complain about the bulb life. There you go. It's ready to go. So power down, poof, you're ready to pack up and leave. And that's all there is to it. That probably took, I don't know, what, maybe 15 minutes out of your life. You probably spent more time watching this video than you did changing the bulb. Anyway, hopefully that helps somebody. If you'd like to leave a comment or have a question, no problem. Feel free. I usually get to them pretty quickly. If I don't get to you right away, don't feel neglected or jilted. I just get busy doing stuff. I don't live on the internet, as some people do. That's okay. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I do other things besides make preachy videos about people changing projector bulbs and not turning them off and letting them cool down. If mechanical, electromechanical, electronic, all sorts of other things. Feel free to peruse my channel. You might find something else you like. Anyway, take her easy. Have a groovy day.